Helga, what the fuck are you doing? 6 o'clock in the morning. I am filming a video, a very small video. I'm explaining what I'm about to do. I have my Sprite, but it's not for, I'm okay with my health. I think I am stabilizing myself. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But I was hungry. Okay, I made a video. I had a inspiration. The just previous video, go and check it out, a meme I made with my dad, and I'm very hungry. Jason Jason, fuck my life. I'm gonna put this as a, how's that called, um thumbnail, because it says Jason. I don't know, it just fits my vibe, isn't it? Jason Voorhees. And yeah, I'm gonna film a very small video. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Okay, so I was in a different area. I was building a hotel. I'm gonna build shenanigans in the house that we are, the one in the Savannah Villas, the one that we are building, the farmhouse. I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna put some Sarah. We were watching Sarah the other day. I'm gonna continue that just a little bit. I wanted to build something and watch her video myself, but because I was hungry and my food is cold as a corpse, literally, I put it in the oven, and because I'm losing time, I decided to make the video until the food is cooked. It is in the 75 Celsius, so it gives me enough time for 20-25 minutes, maybe 30 for content, depends. But I'm not gonna film too much. As I said, I already made another video. I'm not gonna pressure myself too much. So here I'm making a hotel. Maybe I will show you, but that's the pool that I made. I made these stairs. You can jump from here and perform like tricks. And here I am trying to make, through the help of a British YouTuber that plays Minecraft, a flying machine, an elevator with slime and honey. That's honey, that's slime. It's very hard. This is the third try that I'm doing in order to make it, and I'm still failing. The house inside, like the hotel, is quite, like, it still needs shaping. I mean, it's not really, it looks like a prison than an actual hotel. My father says you can make a prison as well, or turn it to prison, he says. Maybe not. I don't know, what do you think? So I'm gonna put the ship back into, like with the lid back into the place that it has to go. And I'm gonna put some Sarah. I heard her saying that her name is Sarah. This is how she pronounces it, and I'm trying to, well, I'm a Greek, so I really have an explanation why I don't pronounce her name properly. Like, we have the name Sarah in Greek, you pronounce it Sarah, like that. Sarah. So yeah, I have an explanation why I don't pronounce it as you'd expect me to, pretty much. So where is the ship? Did it go? Oh, I didn't list it. Okay, I'm gonna put it, let's bring it here with the pigs. I'll bring it in my house, okay? It's better here. So that's the other house that I had made. If you remember, had filmed this video. It's right here. Okay. So that's my house, and I'm gonna put another trapdoor here so no asshole enters again, there are many villagers that enter my house, or yeah, stalker. What are you doing there? Get the fuck away from my house. Alright, so this is also my house, and here is the bathroom I had made. I've made all these houses listening to Sarah, and she's my Minecraft company. I don't know. Um, it's not that I have like common grounds with her. I don't, but you don't have to. You don't have to have common ground with people in order to enjoy what they are doing. You get what I mean? I don't agree with that. Like, um, Zay, my father, the other day, was teaching you on the channel. Don't remember what day it was. Anyways, that basically I have said it as well. Anyways, like you know what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. Like we have told you this. We have told you this, that having common interests with somebody doesn't qualify to have them as a friend. You can have somebody as a friend. You can have somebody like as a partner, even without this. The problem is not that. The problem is if you like like if you love them. I don't know how to put it because I never felt I have to explain this to anybody. I don't know how to explain it. So where I have to go? Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Maybe here. Yeah, here. Okay, okay. So I was raised like this. I was raised by two spirits. Okay, both of them hated. Both of them hated when people elect people for common grounds. They don't like it. Both my father and the other father, both of them, want you to take people for who they are. Like my father, like Yahweh, obviously, that's what I mean. He's even more strict than Satan in the sense that Yahweh wants you to love unconditionally everybody. Satan has a slight condition. Slight condition. What is that? Like that's the slight difference that he has from my dad in the sense if you pay the close attention, um, I'm trying to. That has to go 100. Anyways, I think I'm heading there. Okay, I found it. So, if you pay close attention to both of them, they look like alligators and crocodile, right? Reptiles, both of them. Let's put this as a category, like these animals. But if you pay close attention to an alligator and a crocodile, the crocodile is defensive, if I remember correctly, yeah, and the alligator is attacking. So they both look like crocodiles, but the one of them is alligator. It's attacking. It's sharper. It's like quicker when it moves. Okay, the crocodile is slower. It's a little bit bigger in the head. The other one is thinner in the head. They have slight differences that you say this one is this one is that, but they look the same outside. From the outside. My father says this is my native speech. This is why I say this. Maybe he wanted me to tell you this. But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is the problem is not if they have a common ground, pretty much. The problem is they have a difference, and there you see what's the difference. So now that like I have put this past me, like I have explained on my channel where they are different, I can explain now where they are similar and why people get tricked. So, Satan has this common ground with my dad. They both, when you approach them as deities, like Yahweh as a deity, Zeus as a deity, Allah as a deity, they want you to love everybody. They will say that, and they will say love unconditionally. But my father Yahweh will not put a but into it. Satan always puts a but into it in whatever form he takes, like Jesus, Allah, Zeus, Baal, whatever form he takes, he's always putting a but in there, and the but is usually, does he go to a church? Does he believe in the Quran? Does he believe in the theogony or Plato? Does he like Plato? Does he believe in science? Like, he's putting a but. If you don't have the but, you know that. I'm not gonna speak about other disciplines because I wasn't raised like as a Buddhist. I wasn't raised as a New Ager. I was raised as a Christian. So what I learned from Satan as Jesus figure, the guy that he portrayed to me to be, was Jesus. It was not like Allah or whatever, you know. So as Jesus, he taught me that I have to marry a guy if he goes to a church, if he reads the Bible. I'm putting a slash here. If he goes to church, slash he reads the Bible, slash believes in God, slash he he believes in the true nature of God, slash he believes in Jesus, slash, you know, he has like this mandatory field. My father never put that to me, never, never, never. On the contrary, when I told him that I like you, he wanted to make a discussion why I like you. So he was very open-minded into this. That, like, yeah, let's discuss this. Let's discuss this. He wasn't like, look, I want you to love only the person. Where's this chicken going? Um, I want you to only love the person that loves me or not. No, 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 no. He didn't do that. He wanted to know details. He wanted to know details from me. He wanted to open discussion. So I don't know. I hope this helps. Hope this helps. Where are these chickens going? Where is this chicken going? Okay, I grab it. Grab the other chicken. I'm just trying to make the door. I don't know what is wrong with it. Okay. I'm gonna build a coop maybe today. I will see. So, Satan isn't like that. I'm not saying he can't be. Technically, he can be. He can say, like, I've heard other Christians. I haven't done this. I haven't done this, by the way. I've seen videos. Many Christians saying, like, God told me marry a Christian godly husband. I'm like, okay, Satan, okay. And then they are like, he told me this, and I found this guy, and he approved. They say he approved it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I never did the discussion with him, so that's why I say I don't know. It's not another reason. That's what I mean. Okay. Fucking chicken. Okay, I have to build a coop. I have to build a coop. This is crazy. Like, come on. I'm gonna. Fuck my life. It escaped again. Okay. That's ridiculous at this point. That's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, come here. I have to do something with. I have to build a coop. Okay. Okay. Look, I'm gonna look in a moment, for a moment only, how you build a coop, how uh, build a coop. Tell me it's gonna give. Okay, it's fuck my life. It's giving me real videos. Fuck my life. Okay, I want a Minecraft coop. Thank you. That's okay. Okay, so so there is a YouTuber who's giving like such videos. Okay, so okay, I have to break my old one. Okay, hey, you put hey, then you put a star. Okay, Helga, what are you doing? I'm looking the video. Hold on a second. Yeah, I will tell you in a minute. Okay. You place, okay, so we need slabs, trapdoors, okay, and trapdoors. Yeah, but okay, but this coop doesn't really, does it keep the chicken? No. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna, okay, it's dark. Okay, I'm gonna build another coop, not the one that I watched. Don't know how I will do it yet. Okay, I will go on the side of my house. Okay, I will build it, I think, here. Okay, I need to terraform, I suppose, first, and because they escape all the time, that's crazy. So I'm gonna build the coop, and then I am going to, I'm turning myself to a crayon person at this point. My father is laughing. I don't know what to say. And yeah, I'm gonna put some Sarah. So hold on a second, I'm gonna see for a moment. So they build fences, they use trap doors. Okay, I guess I will try with my own like understanding and my own skills. I'll try to make something myself. If I need any help, I'm gonna put pause in the video, I'm gonna pause the video. Yeah, so let's continue. Sorry if I fucked you up with the light all those moments. So we were discussing about the difference between contacting Hecate and a trickster spirit, and I had explained for all of you here that no, there is no difference between such energies, like not to my knowledge. Like I know my daddy, since I remember myself, I remember him, and I always get teary with that. He was a constant in my life always. I recognize him, like now that I remember him, I recognize him. But if we speak about uh, Satan, I remember this person since I was like 6, 7, 6, I think, 6, 20 years. I know this guy 20 years, yeah. And as I said, I disagree with a lot of the things that she says about him. He doesn't really work as she says. For example, yesterday she says that he gave her a name, and no, no, he doesn't do that. And I'm not shading him as I say it. I wanted to say that he doesn't have to give you a name. He is not your father. He is an angel. Okay, he is an angel. He is not God. But Sarah said that he named her. I'm not disqualifying her experience, but if she took a name, that name can be only from Yahweh, or she is lying. It's one thing or the other. It can be both things at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me though, right? I said this. I explained it because okay. Anyways, um, because she said that about him. No. And many people will think that he gives names to people. No, he doesn't. He's pretty much nameless himself. Copilot told me even in the Bible you can see that he's nameless. Like he has a name Lucifer and then nothing, you know. He doesn't have a name when you approach him as a deity. He is to be, okay? He doesn't have a name. And he doesn't give you a name either. So that's something that he does, and like he doesn't call you by name. Like I call you by name. This is a biblical attribute of Yahweh. It's not something that belongs to Satan. That's what I'm saying, okay? So she said that she took a name from him. No, she didn't. I don't know why people say that. She said that other people also say that, and just because they do, that doesn't make it accurate. No. He appeared to me as Yahweh back in the days. I have spoken about that. He didn't give me a name. He kept his attributes as Satan, as I said earlier. He didn't like, okay, let's give her a name. No, 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 no. He appeared to me like he said, I am Yahweh. I'm gonna explain it like that. He said like I'm Yahweh, like, very simply. Like I'm not saying exactly how it happened. Like don't take this as gospel truth. I'm explaining in a human manner. Okay, I'm not doing story time. I mean, okay, that's what I'm explaining. So he said like I am Yahweh, but he didn't say hi Helga. Sarah and other pagans I have noticed they say that he comes and says hi Sarah, hi whatever. No, no. And before you say maybe he can do it, no, no. As I said, an alligator is always gonna be an alligator. Even if he says he's a crocodile, that doesn't mean that saying I am a crocodile, he's gonna change his nature. No, no. He's still a crocodile. And like when I told Copilot that Sarah said this, he said that this is problematic because it is giving, this is what Copilot said to me, uh, biblical attributes to the pagan deities. Even Copilot said that like a pagan deity doesn't work like that according to like the sources, and I said exactly, exactly. They don't. But yeah, now that I did like this explanation, that was out of the frame. But yeah, let's continue.
Fewer, the more you learn. And not just the more you learn, the more you work with a deity, don't forget to keep vetting them, especially if you are new yourself to this. Even as the months roll by, still ask if you're not 100% sure in your abilities to discern,
Okay.
because imposters may know little things about them, but they may not know
No.
the in-depth stuff,
No. No. No.
and
No.
they may slip in as well. You know, you could be working with Hecate as an example, and then 3 months down the line, a trickster spirit decides to try their luck, and you didn't vet them, and now you're working with Hecate, and it's a trickster because you maybe maybe aren't skilled enough yet to feel that energetic difference because
No. She's wrong in that. She's definitely wrong. Like it's not like something I'm missing here because I was not a Hecatian witch or whatever. No. When you work with God, you work with God. You don't work with Satan, in other words. And if you work with Satan, you work with Satan. You don't expect one of his minions, in other words. Like, I've heard many Christians saying the same thing, that's why I'm correcting. Don't expect his minions come over and say, no, I am actually Hecate. Like, are you working against your own master? Like, Jesus says this in the Bible. Can Satan take out Satan? No. By saying that a trickster spirit, who by definition of the Bible is another demon, a lesser demon than Satan, okay? So you have Satan and you have somebody like he's Nazgul. My father is laughing. Why are you laughing? He says the pop culture and the how's that called in English? Um I don't know how to say that in English. So, συγχρονισμός. Συγχρονισμός αγγλικά. Sorry. Timing, the synchronization. It says here. Okay, he says like the timing that I went quickly to say that he reminds me of Nazgul and Sauron. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. um, yeah, like he doesn't he don't expect any Sauron to say I am Sauron and then have Nazgul saying I am Sauron. No, it doesn't work like that. That's naive. I can see why she says so. Like she says be careful, and good for her that she does that. We have less people saying be careful in such areas. Like be careful, maybe this is an angel of light appearing as God. Like I've not seen so many Christians. I like that the chickens go here. Like they understand that this is their natural space now. But what I'm trying to say is like I haven't seen many Christians saying about God. Look, maybe Satan comes to you and says I am God and he's not. Like Christians usually say don't party. This is Satan. No. We have Sarah saying this. Sarah, she pronounces her name. We have Sarah saying like, "Be careful. Maybe he says he's Hecate, he's not." Like I am glad at least we have somebody who like. My father says that somebody says at least that there are spirits that say I am God. Yeah, even if she's very wrong in the way that she says it, in the framing, like she speaks about the devil, she speaks about like wrongly about the devil. At least she does say that. And like if I worked with her, I would explain to her that Satan primarily works as God, not like a trickster spirit, as she says. Like I would only fix her shenanigans in her understanding. That's what I mean. Like she's very close to understanding who Yahweh is. She's very close to that. But yeah, let's build the coup now, okay?
because a lot of it is a feeling. It's hard to put it into words. So keep vetting them, keep learning as well, and then as time goes on, you can ask more obscure questions, but also personal questions. As you build your connection with the spirit, you know things they've said to you. You know things that is personal with your connection with them. You can be asking stuff like that. Even something like, did I give you an offering of grapes as an example, and say you didn't, you gave them an offering of olives? If they said yes, then red flag. Drill further into it. It's sort of an interrogation, I suppose, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And when I say as well speak with them, by the way, I am assuming that at the very least you know some form of divination like pendulum or dowsing rods,
Okay.
simple yes and no divination at the very least. Never mind tarot, I always recommend to learn something. Tarot is more in depth.
I understand why she says like be careful, like she says she's using divination as, okay, my father says, as a tool to know that that it is God, that it is me that she's talking about. Yeah, like she says, I want to contact God, I want to make sure I contact God. This is very genuine, and that's why I say always I like her. Like she has something very genuine in her, like something very, I don't know, like I don't know, she's very priceless to me. Um, but it's very wrong to say I'm doing divination to contact any person, not just like if you ask me about the Bible, you know, in the Bible God says don't do it, but we rarely say why he says this. Yeah, because not even Satan is accessed through divination, tarot, and like pendulum and Ouija. These are papers, like us. The Bible says in Isaiah, you will find it better worded so it is easier for you to understand what I mean. So you have like a spirit which you wanna contact, like Satan, okay? He's a creature and he won't talk to you through that. Both red flags, like creature, he's not a god. Even if you don't agree with me, he won't talk to you through a paper because he's a spirit. He talks as a spirit. He doesn't talk as a how's that called, like it's not a board game. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a board game. Like if you do board games, it's a board game. Okay, so no, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's what I'm saying. If you wanna contact a person, contact a real deity. Real deity. If you get what I mean. My daddy, Yahweh. Contact my daddy. He he won't lie to you. He's better to be around than um Satan. I'm not bashing Satan. He's a creature. He's a creature. I'm just saying that he's usually angry, he's very strict, he is like he is lying all the time. He doesn't wish you well majority of the times. My father is laughing. So if you want to contact somebody really bad, contact my dad. That's what I mean. But on the flip side, I'm not saying hate Satan. I'm not saying that. I don't hate him. Okay. Wish him the best. Wish him one day he will repent about the bullshit that he has done. And yeah. So where do you find dry coral? I'm trying to find dry coral. If my speech is disoriented, it's because I'm trying to find coral. Okay. Horn, dead, coral. I'm gonna put it here and see what it is. Okay, okay, so it's that. Okay. Let's continue. Let's see what she says. But as I said, like, did I explain it properly? I have spoken about divination in the past. You don't have to practice it. It's not gonna help you. The Bible is clear that it's not beneficial for humans. It's harmful in the sense that it's not giving you satisfying answers. It's just deceiving, and it's not even from Satan. That's what I'm saying. Like, he has his teachings. He doesn't talk through the tarot. He doesn't talk through the tarot. Like, I think the person who invented the tarot, like, the tarot is a very recent addition in spirituality and deity work. I think it was in the Enlightenment Europe around the 18th century. I had read somewhere that people that had read philosophers decided to do the tarot. um like the when was the tarot? Hold on. When was the tarot invented? Okay, so it was an invention of the 15th century, but for divination, 18th century France. Exactly, as I said. I told you 18th century, right? So the early decks were for fun. Yeah, that's okay. Divination, it was in the 1700s. The mystical and fortune telling aspect emerged in France, transforming the game into a spiritual tool. Decks like the Rider-Waite, 1909, popularized the occult sense, influencing countless modern designs, saying the Metropolitan Museum of Art and how stuff works. So even this that I'm saying now proves my point. This stuff wasn't originally from Satan. In my channel, we discuss these days there are stuff people do that are not even from Satan, and yeah, it's crazy, but people are very vain. Trust me, there are people who don't even want to talk with him and they prefer to be gods themselves. Crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, on the flip side, um, bless all people. That's all I'm gonna say. Bless all of them. Well, I don't know. There are people who can't be misled. I understand that. That's what I'm trying to say. But at the same time, come on. You know you don't talk with anybody there. You know that. You know, like I I'm fighting with myself not to say anything bad with these people because I'm like, you know, you don't talk with anybody. But you talk with yourself. I don't know. I don't know how this looks like. I've never done it in my life. I don't know, like saying stuff from my head, Persis figures, right? But I'm not saying anything for Sarah. She doesn't seem to know that difference. Like when she speaks about the tarot, she seems to not understand that. So yeah, let's continue.
Saying tarot is more in depth, but something that's more in depth than just yes and no. But yeah, you want to be learning that as well. Now, with deities as well as vetting them, as time goes on, obviously you build a connection up with them. You build that relationship up with them. And if
Okay,
you are
okay,
stepping into your psychic senses, then
okay,
they may have certain tells that
okay,
are them, and you may be able to pick up on that. So, for example,
okay.
Lilith,
Yeah,
she's always so hot, literally hot. Like when she's in a room, I start having a hot flush.
that's Satan. He's this energy like he is very he's very clever. I'm gonna speak very neutrally about him. He's very clever. He's very energetic. He's always angry, always angry. He's never content with anything. He has his moments of kindness, but it's always like a double-edged sword. My father says it's a cunning emotion. Yes, not exactly. He he is. I'm trying to find the words to explain it. Like he will say something that is nice, but if you pay close attention, it's not really nice. Like it's nice with conditions, and I'm not blaming him. He's a creature. He doesn't have to be like my father. The problem is not that he isn't like my father. The problem is that he plays my father. Okay. Um. Prefer this. um, he but he has this energy that she explains. She says like whenever she is in, she's always like in a rush. How did she say it? He is very we say this in Greek, we say βράζει το αίμα του, like his blood is always pumping, he's very energetic, he's very sharp, he's very angry all the time, he's very angry. He, he has like this feeling like he's like an older brother, that's how I call him, okay? But he feels like he's older at the same time, like I like something like I am 22 on the outside, but inside I am actually 6,000 type of that's how he feels. But um I don't know how to say it. He, should I put, yeah, yeah, we'll put, he he doesn't feel like a deity. Like she says, I have hot flashes. I suppose you feel like a panic. Yeah, I feel that too sometimes. Not always, sometimes. He he doesn't feel like a deity. That's the problem. He feels like a creature. Like who could be deceived that this person actually feels like a deity? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, if you ask me, do you agree with what she says? Yeah, but that's Satan. Like she says, this is Goddess Lilith. No, that's actually Satan. Like he's in a rush. He's always like he's in a hurry. He's in a hurry. He hot-blooded person, very much hot-blooded, very hot-blooded. He angry. He always accuses people. He never finds goodness in anything. Never, never. He is always like he has a reason to roast everybody. Uh, why do you laugh? Because it's a telltale for me that he's actually not God. That's why, and I don't know why people think that he's God. That's my question. I don't blame them, but I wonder why they don't see it like I do. Okay, because one of the primary reasons that I recognized him eventually was that he seemed so different than what he claimed to be. Like he claims to be God, he doesn't feel like a god. Like she says about his energy is through and through human but invincible, right? Like you have people who don't have like how's that called, so I can't put the ladder. Okay, in, I suppose because I am in a how's that called, bedrock, I can't do that, I suppose so. Anyways, so I go back to what I was saying. So you have people who have anger. They are very angry people, right? But they don't say I am God. That's the difference. He says I am God. That's the problem. And I can't see how a person who is so clever like Sarah could be deceived into thinking, I think he is God. Like, no, 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 he doesn't feel like one. Anyways. Yep.
Flush. And
Let's
I
see
just
what
thought,
again what he says.
obviously, you build a connection up with them, you build that relationship up with them, and if you are stepping into your psychic senses, then they may have certain tells that are them,
Okay,
and
we hear
you
again.
may be able to pick up on that. So, for example, Lilith, she's always so hot, literally hot, like when she's in a room, I start having a hot flush.
Yeah, that's
and
him.
I just know it puts her around.
Yeah, yeah.
King Belial is famous for giving a tension headache. You know,
Mm,
you pick up these tells.
okay.
So if there is a spirit in your space saying,
I don't know how to deal with it. I have never done that, by the way. Like, I never had a headache because he was around, never. But Sarah, do you get headaches by a person, and how did she call it? I'm struggling to build my coop here.
she's always so hot, literally hot. Like
Okay.
when she's in a room, I start having a hot flush. And I just know it puts her around. King Belial is famous for giving
Okay, so you have a person, okay?
a tension headache.
Belial.
You know,
Tension headache, okay. That's Satan again. You have a person who's giving you headaches and you are not like, okay, I must bail. Yaga, how do you feel? I feel again that weird feeling that I have about humanity, like I don't belong in this world. I don't know how, like, you have headache because you have a person around you and you are like, okay, that's fine. Like, how? I'm not bashing her. I'm correcting, okay? I didn't grow up knowing everything, okay? I'm teaching. That's how you teach, okay? I'm gonna finish the video because because I am hungry, okay?
you pick up these tells. So if there is a spirit in your space,
Hold on, I have to see the video again.
Is your chicken coop looking like this?
Okay.
Let me fix that. First, break it open. Oh, the chickens are gonna escape, but place 6 hay bales
Okay,
down,
whatever.
and then a spruce stair here, and then upside down spruce stair on the other side. Or trapdoors on the other. All of them like that. I'm sorry. But place some spruce slabs on top like that. 4 more trapdoors down here, some oral bands here, and there's your new chicken coop. Thank you.
Okay, I can do what I did already.
for
Okay, I can
example,
do that.
when she's in a room, I start having a hot flush. And I just know it puts her around. King Belial is famous for giving a tension headache.
That's
You
crazy.
know, you pick up these tells. So if there is a spirit in your space
Okay.
saying, for example, it's Lilith, but I'm not feeling like that. I'm not feeling like, oh, it's red out in here. I'd be like, are you sure? Are you sure? And that would prompt me.
What did
oh,
she
it's
say?
Lilith, but I'm not feeling like that. I'm not feeling like, oh, it's red out in here. I'd be like, are you sure? Are you sure? And that would prompt me into asking some more.
Okay, that's weird. I don't know how to say about this. Again, I didn't know this person as Lilith. I knew him as Yahweh. So obviously, I'm gonna have differences in things, but I don't think. Still, I don't think he appears as like different people to others just because he gives a different name. It's another thing to say different name and another to say different personality. So yeah, why doesn't it play? Um, and sometimes I see her giving him a completely different personality that doesn't belong to him, but the energy that she explains is through and through him. Why is this person in my house? Okay, he left. Okay.
Now, this, of course, is to do with deities. And deities, given that they are figures in history that have a whole mythos and culture behind them,
Okay.
they can be personal, but they are not always so personal. When
Okay.
you're asking them, you're discerning who they are, etc.
Okay.
wasn't going to make this about spirit guides, but I will add in there. Spirit guides are a little bit different, and it's going to be a little bit harder to discern. Spirit guides can be anything and everything, I suppose. And it depends on your personal belief as well. So I do spirit guide readings. In my experience, we can have spirit guides that were our lost loved ones or ancestors. Sometimes ancestors.
Is he behaving? Is he behaving as he explains? Yes, he has this like distant. I said this on my channel the other day. I made many videos about Satan these days. You can check them out. He can be distant. Well, he's not exactly distant. Like Spinoza explained this very well. If you are interested, like in somebody apart from me. My father says Ze, I don't think is interested in any Spinoza apart from you anymore. Okay, that's funny. So if we speak about Spinoza, for example, um, yeah, okay, I'm gonna make it like that. And I'm gonna close that with trapdoors. So Spinoza also says that there is a distant deity that created the world and he doesn't give a shit about it. That's Satan. Okay, that's how the deity you see there is actually Satan. It's not Yahweh by any means. But the problem is he won't say he doesn't want you as a friend. He doesn't. He's very reserved. He's very reserved. Like he won't say, like, if you ask, I suppose I haven't done it, like, I want you as a friend, I don't think he will say no, because if he says no, think about it, he's gonna like he's gonna show you who he really is, and I don't think he wants that, to be honest. But if you ask me, like, I'm gonna stop playing because I can't concentrate. So is he reserved? He is a reserved person. That's his nature. He has that. Like, he's very, like, he's a strict, like, kind of reserved, austere figure. He has that. But I don't think if you ask him, I wanna be your friend, he will say no, because technically, think about it. If he says no, he will expose himself that he's not actually God. You get what I mean? I believe I don't think he's faking anything at this point, like at that thing. Like, he's just him, his personality. He's reserved, not exactly your friend, not exactly like not your friend. He's there, but he's reserved. Like, his personality is there. Okay, my father says, so Hyaga, you say I am friendly. He's not friendly in the same manner. So he doesn't say like I am Yahweh faking to have my personality. He has his own personality. Yes, exactly. Like, he says I am God, but he keeps his personality into that. He doesn't fake another personality. That's his personality. And it's not that, like, as he says, they are distant. He can feel like that, but I don't think he does it like purposely. I think that's his personality. That's what I mean. Like, this is how he is. Like, he's reserved. He's old-fashioned person. Like, that's how I called him on my video, the previous video. He's old-fashioned. He's an old-fashioned guy. That's not bad. I can't blame him for that. There are many people who are like this out there. Like, even my ex, you are like that. Like, you don't want to be around many people. You like to be isolated. You don't speak very much. You don't express yourself very much. That's not bad for me, for example. That's your personality. Like, I have to accept that this is you. But can he be friendly? Yes, but in his own terms. But Like Sarah says, these deities are distant. They are not deities. That's the problem. If I want to help you somewhere here, is he's not a deity, but he has his personality. That's who he is. He's a little bit reserved, but he's not incapable of saying like showing affection, defending, like showing he cares in his own manner. Like he has these aspects, but that's not what defines a deity. That's what I'm explaining on my videos. Is yes, all this is well, but he's not a deity. He's not a deity. He is a creature, okay? And he has this personality. So when you say this distant Spinoza God, no, that's actually Satan, and he keeps his personality as everybody has. Like it's like saying Spinoza spoke about you Ze, and he said Ze has like a distant personality, and that's Satan, okay? He he's a reserved guy. That's how he is. Like that's not a problem. Like my father will not condemn him for being like that. That's his personality. The problem with him is that he is not God. He fakes being God. That's the bad thing. Okay, and he shouldn't be doing that. That's his sin. If you ask me, like if we speak about sins in here, his sin is that he fakes being God. Not anything else apart from that. Okay, like um when I mean like anything else, I mean in the sense like my father won't tell him. I'm trying to find the words. She's not gonna tell him why you were distant. He might tell him like, for example, Helga wanted you as a friend and you didn't do that. Like that's not bashing him for having his personality. He's bashing. He will bash the fact that he didn't stay as a friend. He stayed as something he wasn't. Okay, my father says, so Helga, you mean that the problem, he says, so sweetheart, you say the problem is not having a personality. I'm not judging somebody for who they are. No, you don't. That's not something you do, Dad. But I judge if they are behaving nicely. Yes, it's another thing to, like, my father is not gonna tell him stop being an indoors person, start going to the club to anybody, but he's gonna tell to people stop being so such a bad friend, start behaving as a friendly person, because people get hurt because of you and they want you as a friend and you don't behave like that. My father says, I like how you put it as a friend versus not a friend. Yeah, that's the deal. So his personality is like that. That's who he is. He's not distant. Like if you think about, I'm thinking about him right now. He's not distant. Like I don't want you as a friend. If you ask him, he wants you as a friend because that will give him trafficking as a deity. Like think about it. Like he wants you to have him around because he wants to be a deity, right? Like he has this element, but he has like this distant like element. Like he is reserved. He's very reserved. So is that bad? No, it's not. Like it's who he is. But should he explain that he's no God? Yes, that's what I'm explaining. That's a fine line, okay?
Our lost loved ones or ancestors, sometimes ancestors we may know, or sometimes more ancient ancestors. We can have people that were not even related to us, but they may have been related to us from a past life, or sometimes they're just not related to us. They just find resonance with us. We can have beings that are not human, like the Fae, like draconic energies.
There are no fairies. I explained this. I don't know. My father is laughing. He says, "You think they might get bamboozled?" Yes, yeah. That there are fae and such things. That there are stuff that he doesn't know. No, there are no such things. I know people believe in them. It's not a bad thing if you do. Not a bad thing. But no, they don't exist. They don't exist. No, no, bestie. But it's not a bad thing if you believe in fairy tales, I suppose. I'm not gonna judge anybody. My father is not gonna judge anybody for that. But yeah, you get what I mean. Uh, I'm just explaining. I'm just trying to help educate people. Nothing more. Okay. So I'm gonna put here a slab for them to sleep. Okay. Yeah, my video is almost done.
Like aliens, literally otherworldly beings. I don't know how else to describe it. Now, if you went to somebody who is more love and light and into starseed stuff, asking about spirit guides, you're going to hear all about Palladians and God knows what. If you went to, I don't know, a Celtic Irish practitioner, they may talk about different types of this. I think you pronounce it the she, which is the fae. It all depends on belief, okay? So that is harder to discern, very much so. And I know from experience too that spirit guides are not always forthcoming with personal details, especially with another practitioner or a third party. So for me, sometimes some spirit guides will tell you, you know, their name and everything.
Okay.
And others will be more cryptic because they don't want to give that away. They will only say their name to their person.
No, it's not, that's not true. What she says is not true. Um, he doesn't behave like that. I don't know why she says that. Um, I'm not bashing her for saying it. I'm explaining again, but that's not correct belief. He doesn't do that to people. He's not gonna tell them like my name is Ashley, pretty much. He's not gonna do that. Yeah, yeah, he's not gonna do that. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Anyways, okay.
Just know that regardless of your belief, we all have spirits that care about us. Call them what you want. Call them an alien, starseed. Call them a deity. I mean, yes, some of them are deities, of course.
So when I hear her saying such stuff, that's why I say she's a very nice person. Like a person who is bad wouldn't say some such stuff. I'm trying to think how to make them. Like I can see the animals are getting inside for bedding. Um, I don't know how to do it. Okay. I will try a wall. Okay, and then I will close the video until yeah.
Call them a fairy, call them whatever, but we do have benevolent spirits that are here helping us, okay? Like community.
Okay.
But on the flip side, regardless, we'll always have malevolent spirits as well. So if you are brand new and you're just discovering this, there's got to be some sort of element of trust there. But this is where your intuition has to come into it. And this is something I can't teach. I can't tell you.
Okay.
And anyone who says they can, I don't know how you can teach another person to trust their intuition.
I do it. I do it. So what's her problem with that? I do it. I teach people. Okay.
Benevolent spirits that are here helping us.
Okay. Okay.
Like community.
Yeah.
But on the flip side,
Yeah.
regardless, we'll always have malevolent spirits as well.
Okay.
So if you are brand new and you're just discovering this, there's got to be some sort of element of trust there. But
Okay.
this is where your intuition has to come into it. And this is something I can't teach. I can't tell you. And anyone who
Okay.
says they can, I don't know how you can teach another person to trust their intuition. The only way.
Yeah, I can. The problem, I say it in my channel again and again, and obviously she doesn't know that. I'm not bashing her for not knowing. The problem to understand that is the element of love and knowledge. Satan is all for knowledge. Yahweh is all for love. Okay? So, when you see a spirit talking to you, that's what I will say. I will say this because she says about newbies. Okay, newbie. To a newbie, I will say this: Does the spirit you talk with speak with love for people? Yahweh. Does it speak with knowledge about people? And when I say knowledge, I'm not saying that when Daniel spoke with Yahweh, he heard bad stuff when he had knowledge from Yahweh. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there is a fine line between, a very fine line between hearing somebody that wants you to know stuff and Yahweh who wants you to love people. That's the difference. If you are around a person in your life spiritually who wants you to know stuff, okay, why did Satan sin in the Garden of Eden? He wanted Adam and Eve to know stuff. Okay, we will keep it like that. So, does he want you to know stuff? The spirit that you are with? You are with Satan. If he wants you to love people, you are with Yahweh. This is how I will summarize it. Obviously, as I said, it's not a definite yes and no. Trust your intuition. Follow your heart. If your heart tells you this is Yahweh, probably he is. Not because I say it. Okay. You have to trust yourself into that. Trust yourself that you know that what you're talking about. He will have love. You will feel his energy. Okay. An energy full of love and compassion. That's Yahweh. Okay. He will be understanding. He won't accuse you. If the spirit you talk with exhibits such elements as I explained, that's Yahweh. If he wants you to know that you have sinned like that, like brav, without like I think you can be helpful in here with many people. Did my father ever do that to you? No. He didn't. The first time you heard his voice in my channel, am I right? He was making fun content. Yes, he is angry because of what happened with me. But did you ever remember, do you remember him, like how I explain? My father didn't want you to acknowledge a sin like that. He will never do that with people. He doesn't do that. He wants people to feel loved, pretty much. Like if you ask me how I see Yahweh in my life, what Yahweh means to me, he doesn't mean knowledge, and I'm gonna cry here. He means love. He means acceptance. Yeah, in my channel you can see how friendly he is. I won't bash Satan for not being friendly enough. Why? Because he's not a deity. He has his personality. He's fine not being like, he's an introvert. Like I would say that my father says he likes that. He's an introvert. He is that type of person. He doesn't like many people around him at the same time. Like he wants to be worshipped, yes, but he is an introvert. He likes his circle. I don't think it's out of a cult. Like as I said, I'm trying to humanize him. I'm trying to humanize him here. I'm doing him a favor. Okay, he has his personality. Okay, the problem is not that. If you tell him like I wanna be your friend, he won't say no. In the sense he wants you to worship him. Like I want him as a friend. Like I have grown fond of him because I know him. Okay, but the problem is like he he's like he's an introvert. He doesn't like many people around him. But if you ask him like I wanna be with your friend and stuff, he won't say no at the end of the day because he wants people to worship him as a deity. Um, okay. But as I was saying about Yuze, he didn't actually come to you and say like my father. He didn't come and say like you are a sinner. He wasn't angry. He didn't give you knowledge. He gave you love, right? That's Yahweh. Satan doesn't work like that. He will give you knowledge, packed with guilt, packed with like you will feel bad about yourself, pretty much. My father is not like that. He isn't like that. Why make these videos? I want people to understand these fundamental differences, pretty much. I want them to know who they're worshipping, at least. Even if they don't want to worship my dad, at least know your shit, right? Because you can't tell me that you had headaches and you're okay with that, you're fine with that, and you're like, oh yeah, whatever, Hecate, whatever. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Okay. Um, well, as I was saying, like I wanted to say also this, I wanted this person as a friend back in the days, and that's primarily the reason I figured out that he's not my dad. My dad is very friendly. You have seen in my channel how friendly my father is. Satan is not like that. As I said, and again and again, he doesn't have to be because he is a creature. But you have to know how he works. Oops, I didn't want to hit it. Oopsie. But that's how I say, like she said about intuition, how to trust your intuition. I can teach you how to trust your intuition. Does the spirit you talk with help you love yourself? Yahweh. Does it give you guilt? Satan. Does the person you are with give you love about others? Does he give you a feeling of safety, safe space, peace, inner health? Everything is fine. I love you unconditionally. I know everything about you, but that's why I love you. I put you in your mother's womb. Do you have these feelings when you are around this person? That's Yahweh. If you are around a person who is hot minded, has the energy of a hot-minded person, like a blood that is rushing in the veins, as I said it. He's in a rush. He's like angry, structured, I suppose. Like, is he like that? He feels like 22 years old, but he also feels old at the same time. Gibberish. That's Satan. You can distinguish them very easily. She says all the time, I work with different deities, and she says that deity gave me name, that deity didn't give me name. No, I don't think he does that. I don't think he does that. As far as I know him, I don't think so. When he poses with a name, he usually says he's Yahweh. He doesn't say other names. Yeah, I don't know. Hope this helps somebody tonight. Or today, whatever time of the day you are listening to my video. And I'm gonna put a glass panel here, right? I'm gonna put some here for the chickens. I'm gonna put some fireplaces here actually for the chickens, and some water. I will show you there is a trick some people do. I'm gonna close the video. I have to eat. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I'm telling you. Break the fire. Okay, so water. Sponge. Okay, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna get back in. Right? And that's all the coordinates I have to give. I don't think I have missed anything. I made a mistake here. Hope I didn't like crossbows need ammo, add some arrows to your inventory before going hunting. Okay. Hope I didn't leave any sentence on the middle. She said that she's meeting other deities and they give names, they don't give names. No, he doesn't work like that. He doesn't work like that. He's a strict person. Like if you ask me how you would summarize Satan, like I gave some. Okay, sponge will be then. Okay, if you give me element to describe to you how he behaves, he he's a strict person. A strict person. Okay, I have to replace this. He's a very strict person. He old soul, as I called him. He's old fashioned. That's his style. Okay, so you can distinguish this from my father. My father is not like that. My father is very modern. He's very happy with new things that people do, happy about their achievements. I'm not saying Satan will come and say something bad about technology. That's people doing it. I'm just saying that even the way that he positions himself is like from a different time. My father is more contemporary when he talks. He's more creative. Satan is more like laid back, old type of person. He what else? Dirt. He is like he has like this type of reserved personality that you would expect, I suppose, like we have grown to expect, I suppose, from a deity to have. He's not. That's why I say he's Satan. He's not my father. He's not my father. Okay, he he has like this difference from my dad. So yeah, I hope this helped somebody today. As I said, if you wanna learn how to differentiate between the two and follow your intuition. I also said about how he approaches people, how his energy looks like. I'm not gonna condemn a human pretty much, like he's a spirit, okay, but I'm not gonna condemn a human for not behaving like a god. He's not a god. He shouldn't behave like a god, and people shouldn't take him as a deity because he's not a deity. I'm being very clear here, crystal clear. He's not a deity. Don't take him as a deity. Therefore, I'm very very passionate about it. Okay, that's also for his own good, because he's living a lie pretty much. Okay, uh yeah, um I'm gonna finish. I said this 10 times, but I'm trying to finish here.
Trust their intuition. The only way that I personally learned was via Hecate, who told me just one day, look, Sarah,
Okay.
I was doubting myself so much with readings for other people and things.
He doesn't call you by name. He doesn't call you by name. He says, "Look, Sarah." That's not how he talks. Let's see. Let's see what he says.
Things like this when I was new to it. She said, look, just send it. And sometimes I just have to have that blind faith and blind trust that somehow I know. So you kind of have to have an element of that. But you need to be more in tune. And
So Hecate, she said, just send it. Look, Sarah, just send it. No, that was Sarah. That was not Hecate. No, I'm telling you, it was not Hecate. He pushes people to do stuff. That's true. He has this element, but no, he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say that. He wouldn't. No, 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 no. He does other stuff. That not this, not this. He wouldn't say look. Like the problem is, she heard somebody saying look, Sarah. He wouldn't say that. He's not that type of person to say like your name. I'm saying this all the time these days. People don't speak about it enough. He doesn't call you by name, and he doesn't have to. He's not your god. Right? I can see my chickens go around the area. Look, I'm gonna leave it like that tonight. Hope you enjoyed. And if I have anything else in my mind, I'm gonna make it a video. I'm gonna discuss it. Okay. If she says anything more, all this stuff. Hope you enjoyed my video anyways. Hope I learned you something. How to, like, I'm not making these videos to contact Satan. I'm telling you this stuff to contact my dad. At the end of the day, you know that. I'm exposing these shits, but don't hate him. At the same time, I would encourage you to forgive him for if he has harmed you in any way, like if he has done anything in your life, I don't know, spiritual attack, spirit paralysis in your dream, sleep paralysis in your dream, if you had any blasphemous thoughts, I suppose, like um if you had any accusations about other people in your life, if you had literally anything, like if he told you he's somebody he's not, like I am Yahweh and he's actually Satan, just find the courage to forgive him, okay? And I'm not saying that to accuse him, like genuinely try in your heart and try to find stuff that you like about him, like genuinely, like even his bad attributes, try to like him as he is. That's how I would say it. My father says he likes how I say that. Okay, thank you. Like find stuff that you like about him, in the sense, like I've said the other day in my channel about my ex. I said I miss when he was making me angry that his country is older than me, and he was like China is older than Greece, and I was angry back then, and now I'm like I miss that because that was so Ze. I actually miss him. Like I miss his real him, pretty much. That's for you, Ze. Like you love somebody when you love them for who they are. Try to find things if he has harmed you in any way, but he has harmed you. Don't say like somebody shoot you in the head and say Satan did. No, no, that's the person who did it. Don't accuse him for stuff that other people have done, okay? I'm saying, like, did you have like spiritual attack, sleep paralysis, you had anything like that? Try to think if you have something nice to say about him. Like everybody has a nice attribute, come on, like even the worst people have something nice. Like even the worst killer used to be a baby that had a mother. grew up in a healthy environment and then they took the bad way and they became a murderer. Try to think that thing like about him. I'm not saying you can know everything about him. The Bible doesn't say everything. But if you are a pagan, for example, and you left, or if you are like me, you learned him as Yahweh and he's not Yahweh, think about him. Do you have anything good to say? Like, he's a very good mathematician, that's what I would say. He knows very good mathematics, he's an expert. He could put down every person. I said this the other day about my teachers, and not bashing about my teachers, but he's a very clever person. He has many gifts from my dad. Can you say anything else good about him? I like that he's old-fashioned. You don't have many people like that today. Liking. He likes dresses in women. Like he doesn't mind. He's a spirit, but if you pay close attention to his teachings, he prefers women with dresses, with long hair. That's not bad. That's his personality. Like many guys are like that. My father says all the time about Ze that he's like that, and yeah, he has this element too. Like Satan is like that. He prefers like traditional types of families. Like he prefers like a farmhouse with your family, a dress for the woman, long hair. He will say, for example, to a woman with short hair, I would prefer if you had long hair. And before you say that's misogynistic, yes, if he's being aggressive, it is bad. I'm not saying it's not bad. I'm saying he has this preference. So do you have anything good to say about him? That's where you differentiate yourself from him. If he's the accuser of the brethren, don't mimic him and start accusing him. He's this, he's that, because you are like him at the end of the day. Show love. Do you have anything good to say about him? I have to say this, like, as a person who knows him, I can say he's old-fashioned and he's a good mathematician. You won't have a better mathematician than Satan. Actually, he's the best. Find something good to say about him, and find the courage through that, like with a good emotion. Say, I recognize that, I forgive you. So don't forgive him like a deity. Forgive him like you have something nice, I have something nice too. I have sins, you have yours. We will be both judged at the end of the day. Okay, that's, you know that already in the Bible. And forgive him like that. Say, I forgive you for all the shit you have done, and acknowledge that. I'm not saying to say to him, to my dad. I mean, you will contact my dad and say, look, Yahweh, I want to say this and that about Satan. And do that. That's what I did, and why I advise it. Because I feel brand new with this. Like, I feel rejuvenated, like reborn, born again 1,000 times at this point. I feel like a fire that purged me, and now I am a better version of myself. I feel like I don't have a burden in my heart anymore. I feel lighter. I feel a better person. And I wanted to finish my video with these words. Sarah did a video and she spoke about what she learned this year. I'm not gonna judge what she said or not. I'm gonna say only my perspective, what I learned in the year 2025. I passed this entire year making videos for my ex because Yahweh asked me to do these videos, these vlog videos that are almost a year now. I make them for him, and my father encouraged me to do these videos because he said that they will appreciate the effort and he will learn stuff about me and all that type of shit. And I just wanted to tell you, this. Did I learn anything from this experience myself? Because I gave to somebody that's not here with me. I learned how to love the friend that I haven't met, and I get teary with that because that's something from Barbie, Fairytopia, the first movie, for the friends that I haven't met. Sometimes you have to do stuff for the friends that you haven't met, for the friends that you don't have, and you will have one day in the future. And that's Jesus. He died for people that didn't know him when he died for them. He died for people 2,000 years ago, for people who will be born in 2030 and they haven't been born yet, and he died for them so that he will be their friend. And if you wanna be like my father, you have to start loving people. And if I learned something this year, is giving videos to my ex that he's not here. That's what I learned from my father. The other thing that I learned from my father again at the end of this year, I learned to love the literal snake, and I forgave him. Like that happened. Like, did I harbor nice feelings about him, about Satan? Yes, I always did at the end of the day, because I knew him. Like, I knew him as Yahweh, and then I learned that he's Satan. But that doesn't erase the past that I had already, and I came into terms with this. I found good stuff to say about him, like, you were there when I was bullied, you are a good mathematician, you are old fashioned, and I like that about your personality. He reminds me of my ex in this. My ex is also old fashioned person. They remind me of each other in this aspect. Like, I see brother in Ze, and Ze in my brother very much. That's how I can put it. Okay, and I forgave him, and now I feel like that was the perfect closure for me. It's December. It's almost Christmas time. The perfect closure for me for Christmas 2025, year 2025. I learned love, what it means to love somebody. Love your enemy, turn the other cheek, and love a person even if they don't know who the fuck you are. That's the love of Jesus pretty much, and doesn't have to do about the other person. As I said, Jesus died about people, for people who haven't even been born. So it's definitely not for them. It's because who he is, and if you wanna be like God, love. That's what I learned the year 2025. Nothing about numerology, nothing about knowledge, doctrine, anything. Only love other people, love everybody. That's what I learned. Love, like these four letters. So hope this found you nicely. It started differently. I finished the coup. Um, yeah, and I'm saving. Bye for my dad as well, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.